Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco, Dish Out on the Movies. Today we are watching the next episode, and I don't know what it is, Marco, 5 or 6?
6.
Of American Horror Story, Indelicate.
Delicate.
Or Delicate?
Yeah.
Or Delicado?
No, Delicate.
Just Delicate.
Yeah.
With Emma... What's her last name? Emma,
the
long-haired girl, and Kim Kardashian, the wonderful actress who nobody knows for her acting. They just know for her butt and her loudmouth.
What do they know you for, Safi?
Nothing.
I know. Anyways, this episode was trash. I will say one thing. I am glad that they waited, how many months did they wait? They waited, let's see.
Think some more would have gone on. After all this, it's probably been 3, right?
It's been 6 months. So
oh my God, it's been that long?
Half a year that they have waited for this shit show to finally finish, and I am glad that they waited that amount of time, because it just goes to show how incompetent Safi is, because she was supposed to finish the book.
I didn't like the book.
Delicate Condition.
I read it. I didn't read the whole thing, and I rarely do that. When I say I'm going to read a book, I read a book. And I think 1 or 2 times I have not completed a book when I said I would. I've read tons of books. I'm reading one now. And... I couldn't finish it because it was so boring.
Yeah.
So you know, watching this, which it really reminds me a lot of that old movie with Mia Farrow, and but that is really, that's a little bit resembles it, and that was so much better.
Well,
because at least things happened, and it went along in a clip.
Well, yeah,
this is slow.
That's the thing, is that Rosemary's Baby, it was only 2 hours. It was a movie. It went by, it was very boring and slow, and it was not very good, actually, but
it went by, it went on.
It went by a lot faster than this show. This show hasn't, there's nothing that's happened in this show at all the whole season. And I just feel like at this point, I swear, I just feel so awkward that I'm even still watching it, because I just feel like, why? Why am I subjecting myself to this garbage? We're gonna have to watch Chucky. We're gonna have to binge watch Fallout. Watch probably another shitty news show, and it's like, we have enough shit that we have to watch, and we're watching this shit too. And so at least we want it to be good shit, and this isn't even good shit. It's bad shit, and bad shit is really, really bad. Especially because it has Kimmy K. She, well, okay, there's not really a lot to say about this episode, because nothing happens.
Well, the problem with that is that something will happen. I'm not talking about something big.
Something random.
Something like... I'll just mention one thing, all right?
Oh, I bet you will.
She goes to the bathroom, and she's washing her hands, and all of a sudden she looks at them, they're all red, like they're all covered in blood. And then it disappears. So, there's a bunch of, weird little incidents like this that happen all throughout the episode, but then they disappear. You don't see anything. So, you don't know whether she's imagined it or it really did happen. So it's just really, and then magically it disappears, because this is American Horror Story and there's supernatural things going on. So I don't know. And to me, that's frustrating, because you just don't know what's real and what isn't. So.
Well, and the thing is that I don't know what the thing is that I don't know what they're trying to go for, regardless, because there's no suspense to what's going on. I literally don't care. I couldn't care less at this point. Anything could happen now, and I won't care. Because it's been 6 episodes out of 9, and nothing has happened, and so I just do not care. It's like a loss at this point. But like with suspense, in suspense you're supposed to be told ahead of time information. You're supposed to know about something that's going to happen or about something that could happen, and that's where the suspense comes from. It comes from that thing happening or possibly happening. And there's no suspense here in this show of like, oh no, is her baby going to come out and be the devil? Oh no. It's like I literally don't even care. Like, I do not care. And I just got done, Safi didn't have to watch it, but I just got done. They just released another, like, Rosemary's Baby ripoff movie.
Oh,
and
really?
At least it was very short. It was only like an hour and 10 minutes or an hour and 20 minutes. And it basically should have been a short film. And that was a hell of a lot better than this, because at least it was short and sweet, and but it didn't have Kim Kardashian in it. That's Kim Kardashian. She's like an automatic like cancer to anything she's a part of, and yeah.
Well, it's just that when she talks...
Well, she can't even talk.
She's just being herself.
Yeah, but she can't even talk anymore because her lips have been shot so many times that, like, so she talks like this. My name is Kim Kardashian, and this is how I talk now, because I had to get big lips so I could be more attractive to the black men I want to get with, like Kanye. Because she has some sort of like a plan, and there was like a secret conversation that was leaked out where this black guy that she was dating, she admitted she was only dating him because of his genetics, and so she wanted to persuade him to help impregnate her with the eggs that she had frozen or something, and so apparently she's like a weird like racist like freak.
Is this a for real thing?
Yeah. This black guy, and he broke up with her. He dumped her ass, and because like she's trying to like use him because he's black and because like of his genetics that are like highly superior, and so like she's a real weirdo, and just she can't even talk, she can't even act because she looks ugly and weird on screen. Like you just look at her and you think like, ew, like why would a woman want to look like this ever? Like, ew. She looks worse than, like, any character in the history of the show. Like, all the monsters and the creatures, they don't compare to Kimmy K.
Well, I'm not going to
Why?
Her for her personal assets.
Why?
Because it's just...
She's doing all these things to herself.
She's just playing herself.
She wants attention.
That's what I have an issue with. I guess if you could get somebody to play that kind of part... where, what is she, her publicist? I guess that's what she is. She's the perfect person because she would just be playing herself.
Yeah.
And so what better person can you get as somebody?
But Safi, she's gross to look at. Like, I mean, come on.
I don't care about that. I don't care about looks.
The only movie that I want to see Kimmy K in is a movie called Kim Kardashian Goes to Hell. And it's all about Bill and Ted taking her to hell for good. And then she's completely out of the rest of the movie, and it's a secret fourth movie to Bill and Ted.
I don't know.
That'd be awesome. You don't like Bill and Ted, though, because you refuse to watch Bill and Ted. Any of them. Right?
I don't know. Who's in it?
Keanu Reeves.
Oh, that. I don't know. That doesn't appeal to me. But anyway.
What does appeal to you? Looking at that ugly ass bitch Kimmy K saying.
There's a ton of other American Horror Story seasons because we watched them all, and she's played. I mean, they have like a cast that like revolves around on every season. So they play all kinds of different parts. So she's played all kinds of different parts. And this one, basically, she could be playing herself.
Yeah.
But this one part where I'll just say this is.
Oh, you're going to start doing it now.
Well, that one thing where
that one part
she got she was talking to Kim. They're at the opening because it's called the opening.
Well,
night.
why don't we not jump around and let's just go through?
Okay.
Because I have a list of talking points about all this retarded shit.
Because I mean, this is Kim Kardashian. I mean, this is like her MO.
I think I have.
She did. It wasn't surprising.
Well, I think I have almost all of her lines written down from the episode because she's just so bad, and it's like you just look at her face, and it's like I just want to shut off the screen because it's like I'm so sick and tired of seeing this disgusting, fake person who's just like she's doing all these ugly things to herself to make herself look better, and she looks terrible. And it's just I hate looking at people who do that kind of thing. Because it's just a reflection of what they're like on the inside. And, she's horrible on the inside, as we've found out. Because she doesn't have any talent in the first place. I mean, if anything...
Just at being a publicist
the show,
what they do.
The show is kind of like a little about her. And that's kind of the ironic part, is that she doesn't see that. She played this character, and she thought... I'm going to do a really good job being a huge bitch. I'm not a bitch in real life. And so, anyways, first off, Emma Roberts, she is the only good thing in the show, by the way. Like, it's too bad that everything else sucks the big one.
And I don't like Carrie. And it's not Carrie, it's Dix. That I just know him from The Good Wife.
I don't like him at all.
I liked him a lot in that show. He was perfect. And in this show,
when he comes on screen,
he has no.
He's like a plank of wood. Like I just want to punch him.
He doesn't have any personality.
I just want to take a nail and like use him as a plank of wood to like build a treehouse or something.
Maybe
so
he just
there's some use that comes out of him as an actor.
Maybe he doesn't know what he's supposed to do. Or how to act, like he has no direction, or
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think the direction is act like a bad man. Act like a bad man who, all men are bad, all men are evil, men bad, women good, men bad. That's his direction, probably. Or act ambiguous so that the audience doesn't know if he's a hero or a villain. And it's terrible. It's like, ugh. Like, he has there's just nothing. He just sucks all the charisma and energy out of the screen. Like, even though he's not like a disgusting, putrid face like Kim Kardashian, he just sucks everything out of the screen.
It's very disappointing, I tell you, because everybody liked him when he was on that other show, if I'm not mistaken. But he was more three-dimensional, a three-dimensional character than he is in this. He's like a cardboard, and he has parents, and they have this negative thing going on. They showed it before it stopped for this, whatever you want to call it, this break. His mother is paranoid about the father, and she wants to sue him or something. And says he's bad, and then I don't think we ever saw him until this episode, and he really is a jackass. And both of them, when they're on screen, which this was his first time, I believe, and she was on it a few times. They both have more personality and dimension than he does. He's like a stick, and they're like I don't know. Things that bend, it's just weird. How could that be? How could they have more personality than him? Or maybe he just doesn't know how to act like what you said. And so he comes off like a piece of cardboard. I don't know.
Well, and it's surprising, too, because they filmed this during the break, I believe, and they had the chance to hear the criticism for the first half. They had a chance to, right all the wrongs, and instead they basically just doubled down on trash. And so anyways, Emma Roberts, she has been told she is not supposed to fly on an airplane at this point, and in fact...
Well, the airlines have a rule.
Yeah, I looked up and saw that the airlines do not allow pregnant women of a certain period that they're at to fly, but also it's for a very good reason. It's not just because it's men and men bad. It's because apparently pregnant women are more susceptible to getting blood clots, which could lead to a pulmonary embolism, which is what happened to the main character's mother at the beginning of the episode. So, Emma Roberts chooses to fly so that she can go to this stupid event, or to go to the funeral or something.
Yes,
I don't know.
Her competitor, which they had this part before the break. She had a competitor who was getting more accolades, I guess, or looking like she's going to get more than her, and she got killed after getting a Golden Globe. And she was killed because she was performing a sex act on this man she was with. And I guess he ran into a tree or whatever.
No, that was just an excuse, Safi. You don't know how these things work.
Well, that's what they said. But anyway, that's what Kimmy K said. And you don't want to repeat that. But anyway, she's dead now. And so Kimmy K sends her to the funeral. And she doesn't really know.
Safi, I want to get to the part of what happens with that, though.
Well,
because she's in the car with Kimmy K, and she says, "I'm glad I didn't listen to the men, like the doctors, my husband. I didn't listen to any men. I just listened to me, and I flew on an airplane." It's like, what the hell? Like, just, this is so bad. Like, the writing here, like, I didn't listen to the stupid men, the doctors, my husband. I just listened to me. Like, who would say something like that? Like, who?
Well, and then Kimmy K says, and me.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, brother.
It's just really, really cringeworthy. And there's another part, too, because we're not going to go through it like you're trying to do.
I just won't say anything, then.
Well, just say stuff that's relevant to the, like, your review. Like, just say what you thought about whatever. Because, like, there was this part, too, that was really queer, because I wrote down all these stupid lines and things. There was this part where her husband is sitting around with headphones on, and she interrupts him, and tries to get his attention, and he's like, "Sorry, baby, I was doing a guided meditation." And it's like, he didn't even look like he was doing any meditation. He just looked like he was sitting there and staring into space.
That didn't look like meditation to me.
Yeah, so, like, that was really random and weird.
I heard that, too, and I thought that was weird. I thought he was just listening to music. And
Yeah.
like, I don't know. It was weird.
And then she's asking this security guy in the she's asking him, are there supposed to be something about cameras in the basement? Why aren't there any security cameras in the basement? And he says he was ordered not to put them in. And she's like, why? You know, because the audience wants to know what's going on here. It's boring as shit. Nothing is happening. And guess what he says? He says, "It is my job to execute orders, not to understand them." And then they play the sinister music. And it's like, just, God, this show sucks. It just sucks so bad. Like, that, you know what that was? It's like, that answer was, we know what the answer is, but we're not going to explain it to you right now. Right?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, you know, all those things happened at the last season. Not today, not last night, not in this episode, but in the before the break, they showed several things that happened in the basement, and some of them look like, I mean, you don't know whether they really happened or not. It's a carryover to this season, where things happen, you don't know if they really happened or not.
Yeah.
So, but it did, and so there's no cameras in the basement to record anything. whether it happened or not. There's just nothing. So you get she can't prove anything. There's no visual evidence. So it's just her word.
Later on, we see Kimmy K. She's on the rooftop, and now this scene, it kind of reminded me of The Room. You know, all those scenes where Tommy was on the roof talking to people. Right, Safi?
Yeah.
Remember The Room? Cause that's what it was like, right? Didn't that remind you of that, with them talking on the roof? Like, why'd they do that? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe
They're
it's just
in the country, right?
no Kimmy K.
Oh, her. Yeah,
That roof,
right.
the rooftop scene.
I think that's a thing in the city.
Or do you think it's just like, now that we've seen The Room, like every scene on a rooftop will remind us of The Room? Or like every like talking scene?
No, I think that's a city, a New York City, whatever.
But they're in Los Angeles.
Okay, so it's just a city thing.
Oh, okay.
Being on the roof.
Well, the big fat guy that she had an affair with, the clothed sex affair that they had to use intimacy coordinators to do, he comes to confront her, and he's got the script that he wrote, and he's like, I'm gonna expose everything, and I just can't handle knowing all my success was a lie. And she gets up and she's like, just like every other mediocre white man. And it's like, I just thought that was so ironic coming from Kim Kardashian, because where did Kim Kardashian's success come from? Like, I think that her success is a lie too. And so I hate, this is getting so irritating and so like disgusting and sick. And because if you said like, instead of that, what if she said just like every other mediocre black man? Or just like every other mediocre Asian man, there'd be like a huge controversy, there'd be a fit, they'd have to cancel the show, they'd have to change the episode, but it's just perfectly okay when you dunk on the white man. And so I'm getting really sick and tired of this constant attacking and this racist, misandrist attacking that these modern movies and television shows do. Because they complain all the time about how, like, Elon Musk took over Twitter, so now Twitter has hate speech all over it. And it's like, but yeah, every movie and television show in Hollywood is basically like hate speech towards white men.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense. You know why?
Why?
Because Ryan Murphy and Brad Falchuk are white men.
Yeah, but he's gay. Or aren't they both gay?
No. He was with Gwyneth Paltrow, so
Oh,
that's Brad Falchuk.
Gwyneth Paltrow's a weirdo, so they're both gay, in my opinion.
No, they're not both gay.
But, like, it's really, I'm getting so sick and tired of it, like, this constant attacking on white men.
The line could have just been said, you're just like any other mediocre writer.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
You're just like any other hack writer in Hollywood. You're just like any other.
That.
You're just like any other shill film or fake filmmaker in Hollywood.
I mean,
but
how hard is that? That's one little line.
It has to be specific. White men, white men bad, women good. White men bad, women good. But you know, they built this entire fucking series off of white men. This entire fucking series. Evan Peters is in almost every season of the fucking show. They wouldn't have a fucking show without Evan fucking Peters.
Okay. Whatever. So anyway, keep going.
Safi.
And not on that.
Kim Kardashian needs to be put in jail for saying that line.
Marco.
I'm not kidding. Like, let's get up a petition now.
No.
Why?
It's not.
Because if it were any other race of people, everyone would have a problem with it and say that, oh my God, this show is so racist. They're saying that black men are mediocre. But since it's about white men, it's perfectly okay for Kim Kardashian to say that.
And he ends up dying, right?
Yeah, and he also basically proves that, like, he's not a mediocre white man, I guess, because he wanted to tell the truth. And so then she has him killed off camera, just like all the other interesting stuff that happens off camera conveniently.
Maybe she killed him.
No, she wouldn't have the balls to do that.
I don't know.
She's too busy dunking on the white man and riding around in her stupid Cybertruck and shit. Did you see that, Safi? She did this really hilarious promotional video where it was like she was trying to be sneaky about promoting the new Cybertruck, which is
Is this something for real?
Yeah, it's called it's a Tesla Cybertruck.
Oh,
it looks
Tesla.
It looks like if the Batmobile was made for retards, and it just look at it, looks like a big clunky piece of shit.
You know,
it looks like.
I said that Elon needs to get off his social media platform and work on his inventions because he's a good inventor.
And Kim Kardashian, she did this little. She was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna be sneaky and do this promotional video where I'm like showcasing this new Cybertruck, and I like go out to get coffee, and then I get in my Cybertruck with my new boyfriend, and yeah, look at me, I got in a Cybertruck." Look at my glasses. I look like I'm in fucking Back to the Future 2 with my stupid sunglasses. Yeah.
I don't like it.
I'm Kimmy K.
Okay, Marco, that's not even in this show, okay?
Fuck.
So,
Anyways, well, then there's this other stupid scene where Emma Roberts, she's in the pool. And
a weird pool. It looks like a bowl.
Surprisingly, it's not a great scene. But no, she's in the pool, and all of a sudden, her devil baby starts clawing its way out of her stomach, and it reaches its claw out of her stomach like an alien. She's like, "Wah!" And then the other woman's there, like that one woman who like helps her out.
Manager.
It's like, what's going on with her? I don't know. We still don't know yet. We'll figure it out in the last episode of the stupid show.
Witches.
Yeah, I don't know. They have to tell us. I don't know. And she's like, "Go away! Just go away!" And it's like, but that's never brought up again. So like, I guess that never happened.
Well, that's the thing. And see, what happens is when this thing with her baby, I had this with the babies, that they press on your abdomen, and sometimes you can actually see the foot. Well, whatever this is, it had it like a rake or something. It stuck it through the skin, and she could actually see the claws, and then it withdrew them back in. But anyway, after it's over, she has these 4 dots, like an inch apart on her belly or her abdomen, where whatever it is, the baby stuck its claws through there. And then you don't see them again. So it's like you don't even know if that really happened.
You don't really know if anything happens, basically. It's like everything is just like all over the place. The only thing you know for sure is that Kim Kardashian needs to go to hell.
Well, Emma's afraid, and she's not herself. She's discombobulated. She's just, because all these things happen, and you don't know if it's all made up. It really did happen over and over and over. All kinds of little things.
And then they're at this party, and I want to talk about the certain hallucination she has because it's really queer.
Well, this is the opening.
Literally,
night they refer to.
So they're at this party, and there's this weird. Stop interrupting, Safi. There's this weird woman who comes up to Emma, and she has like a little ouchie on her hand, and the woman kisses her hand like 2 times. And then she looks up at her and kisses one cheek, and then she kisses the other cheek. And it was just so goofy the way that was done.
Well, I thought what was going to happen, but it didn't, that by doing that the owies would go away.
No,
it
didn't.
They would disappear.
It didn't.
They didn't. So, yeah.
And then after that, she backs up, and a line of women, I guess they're all witches or something. I don't know. They won't tell us. And I don't know. Something happens where then the weird one who likes to kiss Emma Roberts so much, she comes up to her and she tongue kisses her. And then all of a sudden it's all hallucination. It's like, what the fuck is up with that? Like, it's just so, like, stupid and nonsensical. Like, there's nothing here that's going on that makes any sense at all. And it's...
We're on the 6th episode?
Yeah, there's 3 more. 7, 8, 9. And Emma Roberts and Kimmy K are eating now at a table, and this part was really funny. Emma was, like, chewing on something, and all out of nowhere, Kimmy K is like, "Are you eating a bun?" And then she's like, and she spits it out. It's just so many random stupid things in this episode. Like, she's just randomly eating a bone for some reason. And then Kimmy K also says, this is another classic line. I'm going to have to talk like her. "I will personally disembowel anyone who tries to hurt you." What do you think of that, Safi?
I don't know. She's just a weirdo.
Yeah. And then Emma Roberts says that she wants to quit. She does not care about getting a stupid Oscar because she has to do all this bullshit that you shouldn't have to do to, like, to campaign and everything. Because, you know, she's like, I came to Hollywood to tell stories and shit and get attention. And it sucks now. And Kim Kardashian says something stupid about, like, how women are all forced to quit doing what they want to do to become mothers. And you gotta fight. And she says, and this is a quote from the show, she says, "You gotta fight for the little gold man."
Oh, and that's actually the name of the next episode.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's called The Little Gold Man?
Yeah. So I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, she said,
So
you know,
that's
like...
the Oscar.
Yeah, the Oscar.
Oh, God.
You gotta fight for the little gold man. You know, and so here's the bullshit thing.
Oh, my God.
This bullshit, like, feminazi talking point of, like, only women are forced to quit their jobs to become mothers, and it's always only been women. That's complete and utter bullshit. We just got done doing Rick Moranis week, literally, like, yesterday, and Rick Moranis quit being an actor so he could be a father. So what's up with that? Oh, but I guess he's a mediocre white man too, so he doesn't count, right?
I guess.
He quit acting. He does exactly what she wants to do now, so he could be a father, but there's no word of that in this episode. It's just all hate on white men. And saying that, whammon, 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 whammon. We're all poor victims, you know, especially me, because I'm a billionaire, millionaire, fatty biatch who can get all the stupid surgeries that I want, but oh, poor whammon, we have to give up what we want to do to be mothers. Men never do that. Right, Safi? I mean, what was up with that?
I don't know.
Like, that was stupid, too. Like, I guess that's one of the feminazi talking points from the stupid book, Delicate Condition.
I don't know. I don't think that, well, I didn't read the whole book, like I said, but I didn't think the book is as, what would you call it, stilted or driven or so heavily focused on agendas. It's just not, there's just nothing much that happens.
I don't know.
It's boring.
Really?
Yeah, so I mean...
But you haven't finished it. How would you know?
But just what I read. And it seems like the TV show is very pointed on these topics about white men and all that other crap that Kim Kardashian says in her lines. And I don't believe that the book was that, what would you call it, so loud about it or so pointed. I don't think it was, but like I said, I didn't read because it was so boring. I couldn't stand it. I mean, right now I'm reading a mystery series about the Florida Keys, and it's a lot better than this, and that book. And I'm also going to read that Goosebumps book.
The Nightmare Room book.
The Nightmare Room book.
Camp Nowhere.
Camp Nowhere. I checked it out There's like 150 pages, so that's really nothing. So, I mean, for me to read. And I have to read it, I can't listen to it. So, anyway, it's just, I don't know why Ryan Murphy and Brad Falchuk, do they not have anything to do with this series?
No, they don't. I remember there's people who are making it instead of them.
Oh,
like
so
they
just have their names on it.
Yeah, they're not even doing anything.
Okay, so that explains a few things.
Yeah.
Because I just don't see how, it is too bad, too, that they worked on this during that break, because all that stuff about IVF, which is what she had to get pregnant, it was in the news, and they couldn't use that because they'd probably already filmed it. I mean, they had to have already filmed everything, but that's the only way she could have the baby. And of course now we have all this supernatural crap, because that's what American Horror story is.
But now it's just become like hating on white men, though.
Well, I don't know.
It's not about horror anymore.
It's just not very good, and I don't know if they didn't. If they read the book, I think if they'd read the book and saw how boring it was, they would have. I don't know. And even if they had improved it, the story, and made it more like there's more going on, they still have all these white men and all this other crap, these agendas and stereotypes and stupid stuff.
Really
racist stuff, whatever. I don't know. It's
really just boring characters all the way around too.
They're very flat.
Yeah.
They're very one-dimensional. And God, that guy, the husband, it's unbelievable. He is just like a piece of cardboard.
Yeah.
Like or an automaton.
This show will destroy someone's career.
Well, I don't know if it'll destroy him, but
with any bad movie or show, if there's someone who's bad in it, or everyone's bad, there's a possibility it could destroy their careers, because it's like permanently, like there's going to be a lot of people, or for just anything, where all they will think about with any actor or actress is like, oh yeah, you were that really shitty character on that really shitty show. Right?
I guess.
Like Eugene in Your Honor. Anything that he's in, it's like, ooh, that's Eugene from Your Honor. And it's like already kind of like a what do they call it? A demerit against the show or movie. And it's like, we still give it a chance, but it's like, it still kind of ruins it. And that's what this show is. It's just one big mistake. Like Kim Kardashian. She's a mistake.
Well,
right?
Remember, before the show even premiered, that means before the break, before it even started, a lot of the regular characters, or some of the regular characters who have appeared in the show, spoke out against her being a part of it.
Yeah.
Because they know that she's not any good.
Yeah.
But the thing is, she's just playing herself. And so she's real good at playing herself.
Yeah, this is not like when Lady Gaga was on the show and she did a really good job.
She's a good singer and she's a good actress.
This is a different thing where we have a hack who never deserved to be famous in the first place, and she's just there so that people can say, "Oh my God, Kim Kardashian's an American Horror Story! Oh my God!" That's the only reason she's there. And thanks to the show now, she's going to have a series with Ryan Murphy where she's a divorce lawyer, where she can take away white men's money and all the things that they love, take away white men's children from them, because that's all family courts do anyway, is take men's children away from them. And she's also going to be in a thriller movie now. So this show is basically a Pandora's box for Kim Kardashian to
stepping off point.
Yeah, for her to become a part of Hollywood as if Hollywood wasn't already untalented and shitty enough nowadays.
That's a shame.
And so let's look up, what's the movie going to be called?
Which one?
Or, wait, there's a TV show. So maybe it's or what? No, that's producer. I was on the things that she's producing. Let's get to the acting part. On IMDb. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Agent Slobby Nobby and the series.
Slobby Nobby?
No, that was her character in the season of American Horror. Like, she has that weird name that nobody knows how to pronounce. And so, okay, here we go. It's called The Fifth Wheel. And got 2 women writers, of course, because now in Hollywood, you're not allowed to write a story about women unless you're a woman yourself, which is kind of weird. That's kind of like segregation back in the 60s. It's supposed to be a comedy. I guess that's good. Now I can laugh at her face without having to be like, oh, it's still a horror show. No, I can just laugh at her fucking stupid face on screen. So yeah, The Fifth Wheel, and then Untitled Divorced series where she's taking men's children away from them. Well, Safi, anything else we should mention about this shitty ass episode? Like, there's the scene with the guy and his father. Who cares? And who cares?
So, we see him for the first time. We've heard all about how terrible he is.
Yeah, he is terrible. He makes the mom commit suicide off camera, and he discovers her, and he basically has no reaction at all. Like, you thought maybe at that moment he'll finally reveal himself to be like, but he doesn't have any reaction. It's just like, oh no, another day at the factory.
Yeah, he was a piece of cardboard there too.
The husband.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
He was not like this at all in that other show.
Yeah.
Just the opposite. And he had plenty of scenes that he would have been upset. Happy, upset, both. And this, yeah. I don't know. It's just mind-boggling. So, we watched all the seasons for American Horror Story.
Yeah, and this show is just completely unlike every other season of the whole series. Like, there is nothing about this season that fits in with the rest of the series.
Well,
nothing.
I just implore Ryan Murphy and Brad Foucha not to hand your series over
to women.
To some random person. And I hope that you read the book
to people who can't
write to make that show about the book, because the book was boring, and so that probably, unless you've got you could have had a superior screenwriter, I guess, or episode writers.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the other problem: is that Rosemary's Baby is not a show. Even when they had the stupid Rosemary's Baby TV show where they had the Zoe Saldana as Rosemary.
No, really?
Which was a big flop.
God.
Nobody watched that shit.
No.
I remember when that came on, I was like, Safi, you gonna watch that?
No.
And she was like, I don't know.
No.
And
I wasn't in the mood for that.
They made that into a miniseries, and I think that, did women write this? I can't see yet. No, or maybe. No, it was men. It was directed by a woman. Agnieszka Holland. That's a very weird name, but these people had the intelligence to make this a miniseries at least. Because this story is not enough to make into a series. It's not enough to make into 9 episodes. This was only 3 hours long. And even though it was only 3 hours long, it still has a 5 out of 10 on IMDb. So it was still a piece of shit. In this show, how many hours has it been? Like 6 hours now? Like, ew. Look how gross this show looks like. Ew. Looks so generic and bad. Looks like a Lifetime movie. Ew. Let's get out of that. This story just isn't enough. It's just not. There's nothing there. It's a mystery that you already know the answer to because you saw the shitty Rosemary's Baby that was made by the pedophile fat fucking piece of shit who likes to run away to Europe when it's convenient for him to. And, we saw that movie. We know how the story ends. We don't need to see that.
What this is going to be.
Yeah.
So she's going to have a devil baby and love the baby and...
I don't know.
And, I mean, boring.
Yeah.
And what's Carrie going to do? He's going to be well known for his art.
Yeah.
Because he's an artist, and that's how the other show went, the Rosemary's Baby. The guy became a famous actor, right?
Yeah. But that was more detailed because he had to do a specific ritual where he got that other actor's like clothing or something, and he had to do like a ritual of some kind just to make him sick, so that then he would get to do the play. It was so much more detailed and thought out compared to this shit.
Yeah.
And she figured it out too. Like throughout the movie, she figured out what was going on. Whereas in this show, it's just like, oh, I don't know. Something's happening. Like,
well, she said that. She said something's happening because of all these women.
Yeah.
They've done something, but I'm not sure what it is. Whatever.
What would you give the episode?
I give it a D.
Give it
being generous.
I give it a fuck you because there's nothing here of quality. It's bad. I'm not giving it any credit at all. I basically just like powered my way through it, and it really sucks we gotta watch 3 more episodes of this trash. At this point, like, if they're not gonna put any effort into making American Horror Story, they should just cancel it, because it's really not worth it anymore.
No, it's not.
Like, there hasn't been a single good season of the show since 1984, and that was a while ago now, and... a lot of people didn't even like that season, so...
Well, the New York one was okay. It was very dark, and that was a horror in and of itself.
But that was also, like, Jeffrey Dahmer runoffs, and then season 10, half of it could have been good if it was a whole season.
Oh, yeah.
And then the second half was completely terrible. So, like, they really haven't had a good season in a while. And this is the time now. The only time where you can come in and say, it's overstaying its welcome. Because, like, I think it's already overstayed its welcome. They need to know when to leave the party. Like the pretentious fucktards who made Better Call Saul and ruined that. These people who make this show, they need to know when to leave the party. Right? Right?
Whatever.
Isn't that such a gay thing to say, know when to leave the party? Like, why would you leave the party? Like, why wouldn't you want to stay until the very end so that you'll be a part of the whole thing and not miss out on anything? Like, seriously. Like, if someone leaves the party...
Well, if you're annoying, it's a good thing because then nobody wants to be with you.
Well, who's annoying?
I can think of somebody.
Who?
Who would stay until the very end.
Who?
And we'd be like the last to leave.
Oh. Well,
yes.
If you're at a party at Kim Kardashian's house, hopefully not. She'll probably do blood sacrifice rituals. If you're at a party at her house, I don't care. Like, you stay there till the very end. You don't leave the fucking party
I don't think I could stand it. Because she's so phony.
You don't leave the party like a jackass.
But it's just phoniness. It's just superficial.
That doesn't matter. There'll be some point where she takes the cocaine out and you get to do cocaine with Kim Kardashian.
I don't want to do cocaine.
Why not?
At all. And she's a dipshit. She does have children. I can't imagine she would do that.
Everyone in Hollywood does cocaine, Safi.
Oh, Marco, don't say stupid generalizations like
that. They do.
Bullshit.
They all like it. They all like it a lot.
I don't like that. I think you shouldn't even say that.
They all like it a lot,
Safi.
Safi.
I think we should end this now. So
they either like cocaine.
Marco basically gave it an F.
They like cocaine and they like plastic surgery.
Well,
one or the other.
Plastic surgery might be a thing that a lot of them like, and most of them shouldn't get because they don't look good.
We just need to make a video where we roast all the actresses who've ruined their faces with plastic surgery. Like, how would you rank these disgusting transformations? Like, oh, I gotta do that video. Oh, yeah.
Well, you go ahead by yourself.
Oh, you're doing it too.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Where's my idea book? Or I'll just write on a napkin like J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling is she's a much better writer than the people who made this show. I wish that J.K. Rowling would do an American Horror Story season. That'd be pretty cool to see, like, what she would do. Right?
Yeah.
Safi, nobody can even hear you. You're like...
I don't know what to tell you.
What happened to you?
What you're talking about is silly.
We gotta rank.
I'm not ranking anything.
Rank.
Some
plastic...
Gen Z BS.
Kim Novak, for sure. Transformations. From ugly to ugliest.
Well, I just...
From grotesque to hideous.
Yeah.
From shit to shittiest. And Safi, this is the signal for you to end the video, by the way.
Okay, well, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and become one of our subscribers. If you can stand the foul language from Marco. And we're not going to pretend to like something if we don't like it.
No, this just sucks.
If you don't like that, then don't listen. But I'm not going to sit here and say that was a wonderful episode. It's a wonderful series. It's not. It really isn't. It's very boring. I feel bad for Emma. And
yeah, she's the only good thing about the show.
And the guy who plays, well, I just keep calling him Carrie because that's that part. He's Dex, her husband. The guy who plays her husband. He's been better in other things like The Good Wife, and but other than that, it's a terrible series. It's boring, and nothing much happens.
Yeah.
And when it does, like these little things, you don't even know if it really happened. It's so the way they present it. It's here at one moment and it's gone the next. So you don't really even know if it happens. She does have a mark on her face. That's been continual. So that is something that's happened. And I don't know if that marks her or the witchcraft. Like she had to have that. She had to be a marked person. I don't know. But because that's really not clear. Made clear to me anyway. Other than that, the bloody hands, the points or the prick points on her belly where the being inside of her punched its claws through, which that would have meant they're in an amniotic sac, and if they would have punched through that,
Safi, you can't.
Would have leaked out. Well, I mean,
Safi,
this is a pregnancy thing.
can't shred a Band-Aid, Safi. Why would you try
that was in the chair.
Why would you try to put a Band-Aid in the shredder?
Oh, I just put it there. I don't know where the trash
you're
is.
trying to shred a Band-Aid.
No, that would not be good.
No, it wouldn't.
Okay,
That would
goodbye,
break it.
everybody.
Bye.